Welcome everybody to the third installment of our Rise and Shine updates. The last time you were here, we were actually started shooting from this point, and there's been a lot of changes in the last 4 months. Just right next to me, there's our first house coming out of the ground at lot number 32. And that's been a few months in construction, and things are moving really smoothly. So we're excited at that milestone of the first home coming out of the ground. Additionally, there are 11 other houses in various states of design, permitting, construction. In just a short amount of time, things have moved quite dramatically. And during 2024, we're going to see a lot of change, physical change here on site. So last time we were talking a lot about infrastructure and the work that had started there. And at this point, that's been completed. We talked about electrical infrastructure, the transformers, the large maintenance boxes that needed to go in for service of our underground electric system. Even now, as we're walking by here, you'll see the pedestals for each one of the lots, or the low voltage has been installed. The fiber optic lines to each lot have been completed. And lastly, as we walk around here, you'll see the potable water. You'll see those 1-inch supply lines for all of our potable water that we talked about. So the infrastructure is complete. Our internal grid is hooked up to the public utility, and the excitement is present. And that's why, so many have started designing and the construction of their homes. As part of that, now that we have more people in the design of their homes, the timing's been great because we just completed the interior design packages that people can choose from. Now, you can go your own way if you'd like, or you can include all of the selections that we have in these 2 different interior design packages. But for me, that's actually really helpful. I like to pick and choose a little bit. And the part that is really helpful for me is that it helps to clarify what are the decisions that I want to make. What are the ones that are most important to me, whether it's around lighting or materials and faucets and finishes in the bathroom or painting. Some of those questions aren't as important to me, and I'm really happy when someone else can supply a vision for a cohesive vision for what that looks like coming together, and I can focus if I want on like appliances or things like that. For me, while I do appreciate the exterior architecture and design of the home, how I interact with it every day is mostly dictated by the interior design. So those choices are really important to me, and I like to get in the weeds and pick all those out. We're arriving actually here as we walk this way to one of the 3 entrances into the Rise community. And since our last update, we have completed the design of those entrances. You'll recall that one of the primary reasons we chose the lease structure as a model for our community was so that we could control access within the community. Part of that is also a service offering. When you have packages or mail that gets sent to you here, it can be picked up at the office on your way in and out of the community. Connected to the arrival experience here at the Rise community is also the road to get here. And just after we did our last update, the local community started the upgrade of the road through Santa Elena. And so as of yesterday, they have completed the paving and asphalt of the road through about halfway up to our property here in Santa Elena. So that makes access into town even easier and smoother, and is a benefit for the community as a whole and for real estate investments. In our last update, we spent a bit of time discussing the common areas, and I wanted to give a brief update on where we are with that. In the last few months, we have completed all the construction drawings and MEP drawings for this area, and we have submitted to the municipality for permitting. That process can take 1 to 2 months, and so we're anticipating an approval in the coming weeks. I'm really excited about those spaces because it's where we spend time. The playground, the pool, the rancho, the yoga deck, all of this is what builds the connection and fabric of our community. And so I'm really looking forward to getting started on that, and grateful to the team for getting those construction drawings done in an efficient way so that we can apply for permits and be moving forward in 2024 as planned. With so many residents in our design and construction services program, a logical question might be to ask, how's it performing? I've talked about in detail the big investment of time and resources we put into making this program to support families in their transitions. And so far, it's been amazing. We're obviously in deep connection with each family that's going through that process, and the feedback we're getting from the value of that offering is outstanding. It's been super smooth, and I just want to give a whole bunch of credit to the team that we have in place, from the Zephyr, our service manager coordinator, to our site architect, Emmanuel, site engineer, Kenneth, our project manager, Julian, all of these pieces coming together to support our residents in their construction journey, so that something that is oftentimes a fearful thing for people in Costa Rica ends up being a joy and a pleasure. So here we are back at the school site, and things have changed quite a bit since we last updated you in October. The design for the school has been completed, and I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. It's just absolutely beautiful. We've begun the process of taking apart the existing structures here to make way for the construction of the school. In the meantime, we created a whole new temporary school up near the stables area that is actually even more beautiful than the school that they were attending. And the kids absolutely love it. They're right near like a large greenhouse, and there's goats right around them. And they have one of the most exquisite views you can imagine. So the children are really happy up there, which makes me feel great, because there were some that were actually really sad. Like, while we as adults might see rusted, broken down structures, for the children that started their schooling here, this was their school. And so there was a little bit of sadness to be stepping away from it and knowing that it's going to be taken down to make way for their new school. They've seen the renders and the excitement, and feel the excitement around the new design and the new school. But it was really touching to see the attachment that the children have to their own school. So we've started this process, and it's a major milestone for us. As I've shared previously, the school is like the beating heart of our community. To have that process underway to create a new school is really exciting. As you can see from the design of the school, we really embraced the open air concept that they've had for the last few years. And that was a design change that we had from our earlier design. You can also tell that some of the classrooms are elevated, so it has the feel as if some of the children are having classrooms in the treetops. We've included a cafeteria, an amphitheater, administration space, and a special space for the kindergartners as well, and pre-K. The design was done by a local architectural firm that also designed Casa de las Estrellas in Guanacaste, which is a Waldorf school as well. And interestingly, those architects actually are originally from this valley. So they knew the environment, they knew the area really well. And I feel like they did a fantastic job on the design, and we're really excited to be under construction. Thank you everybody for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this update on what's going on here at the Rise Costa Rica project, and we look forward to checking back with you in a couple of months with a new update on all the progress.